Alright, hey, what's up YouTube? So today I'm going to be draining all the power steering fluid because it's black as hell. And what I'm going to be using is this. So, why is it so loud? Fucking truck over there. Anyways, I'm going to take off this nozzle. This part right here, I bought it from, I think, Harbor Freight. It's normally to put like gear fluid in and stuff. I used it on my truck and stuff in the past. So I'm gonna put this end in right here and then just literally just start pumping it out. I'm gonna pump it all back out into this. I'm gonna need two hands, so I'm gonna pump all the fluid out first, and then I'm gonna put fresh fluid in, turn it left and right, and then see if the other black fluid comes up again, and then drain it again, and then pour clear fluid in again, because that stuff's supposed to be clean. It's supposed to be a clear. So alright, stay tuned. I'm gonna empty it out into this and then pour some fresh one in. Alright, there we go. So I got it up there. Now I'm just pumping it. You can see the fluid. I'm gonna do this till it takes it all out. Yeah, you can see that fluid's pretty nasty. Yeah, I can see the bubbles now. Alright, stay tuned, guys. It's now empty in there. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can kind of see the cross hatches down there. So now I'm going to pour in some fresh fluid, some regular AutoZone stuff. Pour it in, and then we're going to turn on the car. And then you want to turn your steering wheel left all the way full lock, and then right all the way full lock. You want to do this a couple times so it can suck the fluid back down. Alright, stay tuned, guys. So that's a lot better now. Looks like the fluid's a little bit cleaner now. Still pretty black, so I'm gonna probably suck it out a couple more times, and then yeah, but now it's turning a lot better, smoother. It's not making no weird noises. I had to tighten up this line. I noticed I had fuel leaking from it. Me and my girlfriend were smelling it as we were driving, so that one's all buttoned up nice and tight. So yeah, that'd be bad to have a fire right there, right above the alternator. But anyways, everything looks good now. So we're gonna get I ordered an intake for this for now, because I still gotta get a couple more stuff for the turbo stuff. I gotta get an oil tap so I can do the return. I'm gonna get a sandwich plate probably for the back. I'm not sure yet if I'm gonna use the old D series oil fitting, but we'll see. I also have the blower motor still coming in. Now the next thing I want to do is just clean up the engine bay. You can see how dirty it is. Since I don't have no dust shield down there, all the dirt comes up, just gets all over the motor, and it looks like this after a day. And all my roads by my work are all dirt, so that really fucking sucks. Yeah. Okay, that looks good. I think that's all we're gonna do for now, and then see what we'll go from there. Alright, stay tuned, guys. Yeah, so now what I'm gonna do is fill this up with the radiator flush. It's a BlueDevil oil and degreaser, because it's pretty nasty in there. But yeah, so stay tuned. I'm gonna fill this up and then we'll go from there. Alright guys, so I got the bottle open now. Everything's drained. So now I'm gonna start pouring it in. I'm just gonna pour the whole thing. Oh wow, it's already cleaning the aluminum. I can see the stuff just washing away. It's pretty dope. Or washing away the rust, not the aluminum. So now I got some regular water. It's like just regular tap water. It just says water, it didn't say distilled or anything. I would recommend distilled if you have it. Alright, so now fill it. Okay, so it's full to the top. I'm now gonna start the car. We're gonna let it warm up to temperature and we're gonna let it run. It says to let it run for 20 minutes, but I'm going to leave it in there for about a day. Making sure I got no leaks. Looks like everything's pretty tight. Alright, so squeeze the hoses. That way you get most of the air pockets out. I can feel air bubbles. As you can see, it's going down. There we go. Yeah. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you guys. Oh yeah, I did buy a new vacuum. My old one died, so I bought a nicer one, Harbor Freight. But I put the stock exhaust back on, and it sounds so much better. So I'll show you that real quick. you can see, it's pretty quiet now. But you want to make sure you turn your heat full blast. My fan doesn't work, obviously. I'm waiting for that fan still. I gotta clean these seats. Hoping that vacuum can suck all that dirt up. Okay. Alright, so just suck it down. So you're gonna keep doing this until it's full and no more bubbles are coming out. I'm gonna drive the car for about a day with this stuff in it, and then I'm gonna pour it out. Alright, stay tuned. The next day, well actually it's Monday now. So I do have my package. This is the blower motor, and I am gonna empty out the radiator. I still have that flush in there. Once the engine is cooled down, I'm gonna open everything up and then let it go back into containers, and then I can take it to like an auto parts store and they'll recycle it for me. But yeah, we're gonna go inside the car. You can't unlock the door. Okay. So, first thing you're gonna wanna get is a Phillips. Make sure it's going the right way, okay. And your blower motor is directly under here. It's right here. Make sure I can see this. It's gonna be hard to see, but there's gonna be like 3 screws, I believe. Yeah, some shit like that. We're just going to take them all out. Once you take all 3 of these screws out, you'll be able to drop this down. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to take off all 3 of the bolts and then show you what it looks like. Don't forget to also unplug it, just this wire right here. So I'm going to use 2 hands because that wire is really stuck on there. You got to pinch it pretty hard. Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm a liar. There you go. But yeah, let me get those bolts now because I'm going to have to really get under there. So it's just right directly under your dash. And let's see what the new one looks like real quick. Okay. I bought this off of eBay for like 27 bucks. So here I can show you the bolts. So it'll be like in a triangle. So once you take those all off, pull the plug out. But hopefully this works good. We'll find out. Alright, stay tuned guys. So I found out you can either use an 8mm or a flathead. Not that. Yeah, but you can use a flathead. They're not regular screws, they're like Torx. Or you can use a flathead or an 8mm. I use the 8mm plus this thing, and it worked. So here's the fan. Drops right out. It spins freely, so I don't know what the heck went wrong. I guess the motor burned out, but this is the original motor that came with this thing. So now we're gonna get the new one, put it in, plug it in reverse order. So I'm gonna pray everything works then, and then I should have ice cold AC again. Alright, so I'm gonna shove this back in there and do everything as reverse. Okay, so the fan's back in, the new one. Get in the position. That's the fan on the outside if you hear it, but wow, even low setting blows pretty good. Here, I'll let you guys hear it down there. Oh my god. Okay, so I was missing out on some air because it never blew like this before. Now she's really blowing. Awesome. I can't wait to test it with the air. So now I'm gonna start draining the fluids out and we'll see how dirty it comes out. My pan under there, it's just a little warm to the touch. I'm gonna start unscrewing the petcock on the bottom. Oh, it's still under a lot of pressure. Oh, it's sprayed everywhere. Alright, so I'm gonna let it squirt out like that. Oh wow, yeah, I can see all the gunk. Wow, it burns your hands, so be careful with this stuff. Alright, now I'm gonna turn some more. There it goes. Open up the radiator cap. There it goes. It's like coffee. Calcium buildup or whatever it is down there. Alright, so now I'm going to pour some fresh water down it. Oh wow, yeah. As I'm pouring it, I can see all the dirt coming off of it. Yeah, you can see. Not bad. Definitely a lot of gunk in there. Oh my god. And I'll show you this in a second. Just want to make sure I get all the gunk out, but oh god. So these little things in here, little pebble, that's from a tree, but as you can see, it looks like coffee. It's pretty gross. This is supposed to be clear. There was nothing but water in it, plus that rust remover. Alright, so let me pour some water in again. I'm going to pour this into my other jug of these, so that way I can recycle it. Alright, stay tuned guys. Alright, so I poured some water in again. Looks like it's coming out clearer now. And notice there's no rust buildup on this thing now. It's like stained in here, but looks like it's starting to come off. Yeah, it's starting to come off. Cool. So this stuff's actually working. Alright, let me pull this bucket out real quick. Still like coffee, but it's not as dark. Alright, stay tuned. I'm going to pour it again, fill it up, and then run the car for like 5 minutes and then empty it out again. Alright, stay tuned guys. Alright, so I'm running the car now on heat, full blast. As you can see, the temperature is cold. I'm gonna let that run for about 5 minutes like I said, and then we'll come back and check the fluids. Alright guys, so as I was checking everything over again, checking all my bolts and stuff, I noticed I was missing a bolt on one of my motor mounts, and it's missing the nut right here. I had to actually re-tighten all these bolts down, so I checked them all. I started tightening everything back down again because I got nervous. Like, how did that come loose? I know the solid mounts, it vibrates, so maybe that's why. Thinking about putting some Loctite if it does it again, but everything's tightened back down again, so yeah. AC is blowing ice cold now. I'm freaking happy. It's great. So now we're gonna take off the petcock over here. The drain plug. Ooh, still hot. Alright. It's already starting to look clearer, as you can see. And I dropped my drain plug. Something down there. There it is. Oh wow. So this is the third drain. We're gonna see how this looks. Alright guys, so I washed the pan out now, made it nice and clean. I now have like 2 of these jugs filled up, and now I'm using those bug spray things. Alright, so I'll kick it back down here. Every time I drained it, I ran the car for 5 minutes. And since it's already up to temperature, the thermostat's open. Ooh, yeah, just be careful, it's hot. Ooh, yeah, there we go. So this is the 5th time now. And now the water's starting to look clear. All I'm doing is squeezing the lower radiator hose. This is the one that's connected to the thermostat, to start pumping the water out. It's looking so much better. That stuff actually works. Stained a little bit in here, but it cleared all that junk out. You remember in the beginning, it was really nasty. I'll do a side-by-side video so you can see it. Alright, it looks like all of it. And make sure you always have your heat on full so it circulates. Oh yeah, that looks a lot better. It's a lot clearer. Awesome. Alright, so I'm gonna go pour this into another jug and we'll go from there. Same thing, guys. I drained the pan. I'm gonna unscrew it again. Now it should be really clear. Oh yeah. It's still hot. It's still hot. Yeah. Alright, that's closed. Now I'm gonna pour some antifreeze in. That's what I'm gonna be using. Alright guys, I'm gonna turn it off real quick. Oh yeah, that feels so much better. That is nice and cold now. Cool. I'll show you the fluids now. Alright. It's crystal clear. That stuff actually works. A little dirty, but not too much. Of course that light turns off, so I only got one of these left. So I'm gonna fill this up with the water rust, whatever this is. And then I'm gonna go take it for a test drive. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And now I'm gonna wait for, I ordered actually, yeah, I forgot to tell you, ordered the intake. So the intake should be here soon while I wait for all the rest of the turbo parts. So yeah, stay tuned guys.